Hello everyone, my name is Relax and Panic, and this is another reaction to Steins Gate the Movie. It is the second part, and you know what to do as always. If you want to see the reaction itself, just go down into my descriptions. You will find a link there, replace the circumflex.parts with real dots, and enjoy the reaction. Once you've done, you're very welcome to come back here and hear out my thoughts about this movie. So, see you soon. For those that came back, well, come back. Now, my little aching heart is satisfied, and that's always an important thing to me. Yes, those of you who follow my reactions know that I'm a sucker for happy endings. I really like it. And we had one here, which is good. Themes, I found like the perfect spot for the cut of the movie, because the second half is completely about how to get him back and the struggles that are in there, and I really liked it. In general, the whole concept of the movie, the idea of the movie is pretty great. The idea that his memories of the things that happened keep drawing him out of the timeline he's in, and in this case into the R line, which is, as from what I've seen, seems more like a very depressing version, because there's no one there, no humans at all, it seems. Okay, well, it's an interesting idea. I'm not sure if it would work like that, but in the end, if you see the amount of time jumping that Ocarina has done, one might guess that he is kind of interwoven with the timelines, that he's like, I'm just thinking like that people are like partially glued on a timeline, like there is a little hole in where you're fitting in, and by the fact that he has jumped out of the timelines of every timeline multiple times, hundreds times, there is not like a hole anymore. It's more like a gaping space that is completely destroyed, and he can't hold in there, so he's falling out of the lines to the sides. Maybe that's the way I interpret it a little bit. So that's why it's happening. And his memories are like pushing him out, or like magnetism drawing him somewhere else. So it kind of makes sense to me. I can see this. I can deal with this concept. It's possible. And I like the fact that they now turned it around and made Kurisu searching for him, and in some ways experiencing the problems that he had. Especially losses, and when it goes wrong, when it goes haywire, as we have seen with this moment when a young Ocarina was hit by a car. So this is one time she lost him there, and we all remember how often Ocarina himself lost Mayuri and lost Kurisu. So she learns more about him, I think, about how he is, who he is now, and they kind of equal on a level there, which makes sense. If you love someone, it's always a good thing to understand him. So really good. If I go through it pretty fast, the first problem was that she did not completely remember who he was. His name, just this something is missing, someone is missing. And we started off with all the other characters, like Daru here, an example, that they did things, but didn't know why. So Daru was hacking into CERN, as he was told to, but he didn't remember why he did it. It was, to him it is because your brain tries to make sense out of it. It is more like I just wanted to, although it wasn't. We have Mayuri, who is purchasing DK Pepper, although no one likes it there especially much. There it is, the DK Pepper. And so all of those characters have something, kind of a backlash of memories, which they can't fit in because the person that those memories are connected to are missing. But what I think the major thing here is memories, as Kurisu said, can't be changed, which is why she thinks that she cannot rescue him because he has so many strong memories, which keep him distracted, which pull him away to somewhere else. But the other thing around is, all those people do have memories as well about him, with him, and those are emotionally charged memories as well, because he's a friend, you know? They like him. They wouldn't. Maybe some of them wouldn't state it that way, but they do. So that's the thing. He, being self-centered as he is sometimes, thinks, and she does the same, that he has so many bad memories it can't be solved. What he completely ignores and denies is the fact that there are many people around him who do have memories with him as well, so they can keep him grounded in there, kind of. So in my idea of the timeline that is damaged where he is, they could be like around him and keep him in place. Just an idea. That's the one thing. The other thing is, and this is where this is going to in the end, if you are able to create an extremely strong memory in his past, then that draws him to this timeline. He could maybe cling on this memory, in this case on a person and on an emotion, that is for sure, which is this relationship that the two of them have, Marquise Karizu and Ocarina. So she gave him a first kiss. That's a nice one. I really liked it. I think if before he was time jumping again, glitching out of this timeline, if she not only would have kissed him, but you know, like confessed love, and if they would have like at least some days of a real relationship, that they are together, possibly this would have grounded him already, because you have a sense there, a reason to be there, which was one of the biggest questions for me in this movie, and I liked this question. It was not a question to Ocarina, it was to her, to Kurizu instead. Is there a reason for you to live? And you could add in this timeline, or without him. And in some ways you might say no, because she might have science, might have her job, you know, stuff like that. And some people find themselves in their work, or in doing good for the world, or in, you know what, things like that. But very, very many people ground themselves and center their lives around their family. And in many ways, her family is there, and Ocarina was a major part of it. She did not, as far as we know from her, really have a family before. Her father, we've seen what happened, you know, there is no real connection anymore. So the lab and Ocarina in the middle of it became her family. So this question is valid. There is no reason, possibly. We cannot speak completely for her because we don't know all about her, as much as she didn't know very much about Ocarina either. So, very, very cool idea. And I like it that they pointed out so many things like how do memories work, how important are emotions, because emotions are connected to memories and vice versa. You normally, or at least I can speak from my perspective, if I go into memories from my past, the longer ago they are, the less we have. But those that are from long ago are very often somehow emotionally charged or connected to something that was emotional, you know? So I think it is this mix of science, memories, you know, and feelings, emotions that makes it special here, and makes the series interesting for me as well. So this is where he's gone again. What I liked is her reaction to the one kiss. That was great. That was just hilarious. This that something that will leave an impact on the hippocampus. What? But in the end, it was already like a foreshadowing, you could say. It was a foreshadowing to the solution of the problem. It was a kiss. And it's, in some ways, it is Disney here, you know? Your problems are solved by a kiss. Not from the knight, instead from the lady. But it is. So you could say it was possibly the most sugar-coated and happy ending possible, because they solved it with a kiss. Nicely done. So that's how they created a cornerstone, how they brought him in there, how they kept him there. And I like that picture. Where do we have it? I know that it is somewhere here. So in the R world line, that they ended it with, crap, there it is, this one. It's a really nice picture to end it, you know? And although they are looking not into the same direction, you know, they are kind of towards each other. So even then, when they found each other, and they both know what happened, and they both know what brought them back together, they are still like, not like a typical romantic couple. You know, they are both like acting cool scientists, although on the inside they are very, very cheesy. So, great movie. I really liked it. I know why some people say it's not necessary to watch it, because it is for the general storyline, maybe not important. But as someone who likes the characters, who liked, especially like the relationship of those two, then it's a major thing, and I would recommend watching it. So if you've seen Steins Gate, then the movie is cool for you, because it gives you more about the characters, of the interaction between all of them. So it was a cool one, which, by the way, her posing as him was as well. Good one. I liked it a lot. So next thing to do is the Zero storyline, which will be possibly interesting. And I will see you there. I hope you enjoyed that. I liked the music, I liked the general idea, and I liked the solution especially. So, see you next time. Please leave a comment, like, or if you haven't already, please subscribe. And until the next time, my name is Relax and Panic. Goodbye and out.